he interviewed the personal quarterback coach of Trey Lance and Justin Fields last week. If you didn't see it, check out Jesse Naylor's YouTube, subscribe to it. It's fantastic. It's like an hour long, and the guy goes into really a ton of detail. So I want to ask you about that first.
Yeah.
Kyle has sort of a mole in this process. He's got an inside man telling him what he needs to know about these quarterbacks. It's not the guy you interviewed, it's someone else. Can you explain this?
Yeah. Okay. So basically, here's the situation. Trey Lance works with Quincy Avery. That's the name that everybody would know is a quarterback guru. Quincy Avery's partner is Sean McAvoy, and that's who I had a chance to interview. So he's worked with Trey Lance, Justin Fields, Deshaun Watson. I mean, tons of big names. However, John Beck, who runs QB Collective, is the one that has been working with Fields. He's worked a little bit with Wilson. And over the last couple weeks, he's actually been working with Trey Lance. Mm-hmm. And so I reached out to Coach McAvoy. I'm like, hey, man, what's the deal with this? Like, is this a long-term thing? What have you? And he played a little bit coy, but I got him to finally come around. And he basically said, well, let's just put it this way. Coach Quincy and I will be at his draft party. I'm like, okay. So this is Shanahan playing chess. He's getting his guy to get these guys ready for a pro day.
And real quick, guy works for QB Collective. Shanahan coached him in Washington. He was a quarterback in Washington. These guys go back. He also played at BYU. Keep going.
Absolutely. So he's playing chess because technically you can't have private workouts. And although these guys are going to be running plays and drills that Shanahan wants them to run based off of what he does in practices, he's having his guy get them ready. And why would he do that? That's because he can get inside mole type information and just ensure that he's making the right pick, because now you're going to see, not only is he getting to see Wilson, Fields, and Lance basically in back-to-back-to-back weeks, but he's going to have his quarterback coach see them in the same light. And he's going to be able to give him some insight. And they're probably going to link up and just make sure that they're seeing the same thing. So I think this is brilliant by Shanahan.
Right. If anything you need to learn about these three quarterbacks, have your right-hand guy work them out. Have your right-hand guy work out with them for weeks, and have that guy decide who the best one is. Who better? Who would know better than John Beck which of those three quarterbacks is going to be the best? Now, it's interesting. The one quarterback he's not working with is Mac Jones.
Right.
What do you make of that?
I just don't think Mac's ever been the guy. I think that the media made it out to be something that it wasn't. I think that, that's the low-hanging fruit. That's the easy thing to say. And when the Schefters and the Rappaports and all them came out and said that it's absolutely going to be Mac Jones, I didn't believe it. I never bought it. And I could still be wrong. We'll see. But I don't think it's ever been Mac Jones, to be honest.
Other way you could look at it is Kyle Shanahan has his mind made up on Mac Jones, and he's just
doing his due diligence.
Yeah, basically, like making absolutely sure that Mac Jones is the guy. And still, it seems like you should do your due diligence on Mac Jones too, right? I mean,
you would think so.
You would think so. Right? So anyway, so Kyle Shanahan has a special mole, not just telling him what he needs, but preparing them in like a Kyle Shanahan way. Like, you need to do these passes. You need to learn this script, because if you want Kyle Shanahan to take, you need to show these things. So in a sense, as you said, he's like setting up private workouts that Kyle Shanahan isn't there, but his eyes and ears are there.
Well, and not only that, I mean, Shanahan can request certain things in a pro day, and that's one thing. But Beck is going to be able to tell him, hey, I was able to work with this kid for 2 weeks, and he's extremely coachable. When I put him on the whiteboard, he was extremely smart. Or he wasn't coachable and he wasn't smart. Like, those are things that Shanahan's not necessarily going to find out through this process, but Beck can for him.
Yes. Very interesting.
I think
a
it's
nice nugget.
It's brilliant. It's very brilliant.